Guys, good morning. It is 9:33 and I am headed over to my eye appointment, which I'm a little nervous about. I haven't got my eyes checked in several years. I feel like, I want to say 3, because for a while my vision felt fine. The only thing that happened was I ran out of daily contacts. I actually had old pairs of daily contacts from my prescription prior to this prescription, but my AccuView Oasis, the ones that I was using more recently, which I feel like I got about 3 years ago, I ran out of a while back, like probably a year ago, because I wasn't wearing them every day. And so what was happening was, since they were dailies, I was wearing them like every 3rd day, and in between there I would wear my glasses, or if it wasn't something that I needed to see at a distance, because when I'm at home I don't really have to have my glasses on. It's just more the distance thing that I have an issue with, so I don't wear them as frequently as I should. I should wear them when I'm driving, and typically if I'm going somewhere where I am not familiar with the area, I will wear them, but they're starting to get blurry. So like, even they've actually been blurry for a little while. Even like far distance stuff is starting to get a bit blurry. So I don't even wear them anymore, because I feel like they're doing more harm than good at this point, because I need a new prescription. So here I am going to the eye doctor, and hopefully I can get my contacts back. I don't know if I want to. When I was younger, I used to wear monthly and yearlies, like the ones that you didn't throw away, and I remember losing one time, and they're just super expensive. So I don't know that I want to go that route again. I mean, I'm more responsible now, I guess. I was pretty responsible back then too, though, but I don't know. The dailies are really expensive as well. The only good thing about them is you can stretch them. So like, if you're not an everyday contact wearer, or you alternate your contacts and glasses, or you just, your eyesight's not that bad to where you can wear your contacts like when you're out working or driving or whatever. I don't know. I miss having contacts though, because the glasses do tend to give me a headache. And the reason I put them on is because I wanted to show you what they look like. If you've been a long time follower of mine, then you've seen these before, but they're Chanel's. They have like rhinestone and pearls on the side. They're a mauve color, and they're just regular frame glasses. I like this type of glasses on me. I would prefer something, I think, with a plastic frame, or not a plastic frame, a plastic nose thing like these. But I don't know, a lot of ones that come like this with plastic are like thick framed, and I don't know that I necessarily look good in that. So I guess we'll have to play it by ear and see what they have. I may just be able to get my new prescription put in my Chanel glasses and be done with it. I just feel like I've had those a long time. Like, I think I've had 3 prescriptions put in them, because I feel like I've had them a really long time. I'm pretty sure I have, because I actually have a picture of me wearing them when I was in the very beginning, like taking my prereqs for nursing school, and I was holding Macy, who was a baby, and she's 9.5. So I've had them for years and years and years. So I feel like they're a little more old school, although they still look good on my face. We'll see what kind of stuff they have now. I'm mainly going, if nothing else, I have no idea what my insurance covers either, because I haven't used it. Oh, so it's been a while since I've got my eyes checked, because I've been at the hospital for 4 years, and I don't think I've used it since I've had it. So we'll have to see. And then after my eye appointment, I am headed to meet Corey for lunch, so that should be fun. And what else? After I brought my stuff to take to Walmart if I have time, and then I need to be at home later. I'm hoping UPS doesn't come while I'm gone, because they have my computer, and I thought it was going to be delivered tomorrow, and it's going to be delivered today. So hopefully if they come while I'm not there, I think it has to be signed for, and I'll have to go pick it up at the UPS store, which stinks. So hopefully I can make it in time to be able to sign for that. Clearly my allergies are acting up, so hopefully that goes okay too. Oh, an update on my nail polish. I ended up doing, I don't even know if you guys can see it, but I ended up doing the French tip. I used another Tuesday and did the French tip. So, I don't know. The sun is like crazy. But I'm super impressed. Like, very impressed. It came with 2 French tips and I actually cut them and I did all of my nails. So out of 2 packs of Tuesdays, the glitter, which is the Moon River, and then the white French tip, what I think is American Classic, I think is what it's called. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nails because I just kept cutting it, and then my pinky, it comes with the clear as day to put on top of it. So I have that on 4 of the nails, and then on my pinky I just use clear nail polish on each pinky. And I mainly wanted to try it because I wanted to finish my nails and I didn't want to have to paint my nails. It's as simple as that. Like, I did this in probably 7 or 8 minutes and done. I'm out in the car and ready to go because I did not want to have to wait for my nail polish to dry. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. And another reason why I did it is because I wanted to see if I could give myself a French manicure for the wedding in October, and I think that's what I'm going to do for my nails. Just like simple, clean French, and then I'll probably paint my toes or use, either paint my toes white, go get shellac white, or use like some sort of glitter or something from Color Street and put on my toes. So yeah, I will let you guys know. I don't know if he's an optometrist or an ophthalmologist, but I will let you guys know what he says when we're done. Oh my gosh. I haven't had my eyes dilated in so long. I forgot how sensitive they are. And I can't really, you guys are blurry, so just bear with me. But yeah, I'm about to go meet Corey. Yay, I love this. He's an optometrist. I love him. He's actually one of the girls I work with, her dad, and I loved him. He was amazing. Gave me all the things to get my eyes together. Luckily my prescription didn't change too much. I did get a little worse in my left eye, and my right eye stayed the same. But he said that I probably wouldn't even be able to read it to you if I had to. It's kind of like some ducts or something are clogged. My oil ducts that help produce lubrication on my eyes are clogged, and because of that I already have dry eye, but that makes it worse. So he gave me a bunch of samples to see which ones I want to try out as far as drops go. Sustain gel drops, Refresh, and he gave me something else. What is this one? Blink. And because I wear daily contacts, I don't really need like saline solution. If my contact is ready to come out, it comes out. Like, I don't even mess with it. I just take it out and that's that. But these are made to like help give your eye extra lubrication. And he said because of the dry eye and because I'm constantly putting drops and things in them, that doesn't help with your vision. And which is true. Like, I can blink and my vision will be clear, and then it'll slowly go blurry, and then I blink and it is a little bit more clear, and then it slowly goes blurry. So I do have to get my glasses changed out, but I didn't come with anybody to like help me pick out glasses, and I don't really think I like the dark frames on my face. I never really have, which is funny because I like the dark frames in sunglasses, but if you take this out, it looks weird. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna come back and see what all glasses I want to get. So for right now I still have my Chanel's, which is not a big deal. I'll just you know, I can wear them, I can compensate. But he did give me trial contacts, which is awesome. So I got fitted and I have my dailies back. So this will give me, let's see, he gave me, I think Am I missing one? He gave me 10 pairs. Hold on. Like, he gave me the ones that I used to wear the AccuView Oasis before, but I also have tried these, the Dailies Aqua Comfort Plus. So this, he gave me a 5-pack of those to try, and then a 10-pack of the AccuView. So I have contacts for the next few weeks, and then he gave me the prices and stuff. So I'm feeling good. So I was able to get my contacts in. I'm just dilated still. So anyway, let's go get lunch. That worked out well. Let me see what's going on here. We're at a video of this. What is this restaurant called?
Max and Louie's New York Diner.
Oh, the Max and Louie's New York Diner. I got tomato bisque. Corey got chicken matzo ball soup, which I've never seen before. You want to say hi?
It's crazy.
You want to say?
Hi guys.
I haven't seen you in so long.
I know.
I never get soup, and I'm usually not a tomato fan, but this it sounded really good. And it is. It's delicious. Look how ginormous this plate is. I think this is rye bread, tuna melt with cheese and fries. Oh, holy cow. Corey got the grilled cheese with cheddar on rye and sweet potato fries. Like, what the heck? I'm pretty reasonably priced, too. You didn't say that on camera, but it's totally true. Corey said, this is how we do it when we lunch. Look at that. It's a Diet Coke float.
Oh, I was like Diet Coke.
Because why not? And look at all the food I had to take home to the girls. And to Andres. Tuna, coleslaw, 2 kinds of fries. They'll be super excited.
So good.
Take a sip.
Okay.
Tell me what it tastes like.
That's good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
The ice cream makes sense.
Oh yeah. I have not had a float since I was...
I haven't had one in
probably
years.
since I was a kid.
Right? It's really good.
This is so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess.
Oh, mine's a hot mess too.
Okay, I just left Corey's house. That was so much fun. I need to make sure I'm going the right way. Her and her husband moved into a new house like a year and a half ago. And I have never been over here to see it. And it is beautiful. We had such a good time. So we had lunch, we sit and chit-chatted for a long time, and then hopefully I'm going the right way. But yeah, we were sitting there having lunch, and she was like, I can't believe you haven't seen my house yet. And I was like, let's go check it out right now. So we went and we sat there talking. She gave me a tour. We drove around the neighborhood, and she knows that we want a new house as well. So she was showing me kind of like around the area and everything, and it's beautiful over here. So I don't know, I guess we'll see in the future. But yeah, my allergies, that's the only thing. Trees, like my allergies completely kick my butt, completely. My eyes are all itchy, and of course today is like day 1 of my new contacts, and I'm just like, great. I'm the type of person that can't really like super scratch my eye when I have my contact in, because I had a bad experience when I was younger and it got caught up in the top of my lid up here, and it took me forever to try and get it out. So now I'm always really conscious of how I'm rubbing my eyes when I have contacts in, and yeah. So anyway, I'm headed to go get the girls. Hopefully I don't get stuck in too much traffic, and then go home and figure out what's for dinner. It's been an easy, breezy, beautiful night. It was super easy. We just ate leftovers that were in the fridge. I had my leftover tuna from lunch earlier today with Corey, and it was easy. We did homework, and everyone went to bed before 8, which was nice. And I didn't film it because honestly today I was in my head too much, you know, just like in my head. And I think a big thing was I kind of felt like, did I make a wrong decision by going back to contacts? Because I haven't worn contacts in a long time, because I've ran out of my dailies that worked for me. I have some dailies in there, but I don't like them as much. And so I really haven't been wearing contacts for a long time, and I just wear my glasses when I need them, when I need them. And when I got home today after picking everyone up, I left Corey's at like 4, I don't know, did I vlog after? Yeah, I did. It was like 4:20 or 4:30 picked everyone up from school, came home. Like I said, we did dinner and homework. By the time I got home, my eyes, I had only had the contacts in like 6 hours. My eyes hurt so bad and they were so dry. They got stuck to my eye and I had a really hard time getting them out. And remember I told you guys earlier, like when I went like that, one time I got one stuck up here. That's exactly what happened. I was trying to like loosen it from my eyeball from it being stuck. I should have just put drops. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but I didn't, and so I got it stuck up here. And I was like, great, did I make the right decision? And so all day I kind of have just felt like I'm in my head. Maybe I should just stick with glasses. Like maybe I shouldn't go back to contacts since it's been a few years since I've worn them regularly. Like, am I just gonna have to start all over? And so I was feeling a little sorry for myself, I guess. And then my mom called and said that she fell at work today. She tripped over something in her office and hit the wall. And it you know, it just, she was talking about life insurance for the girls and yeah, kind of chokes me up. Just different things like that. And because of that, it just kept my mind kind of racing, you know, and all these things. So anyway, the main reason I came on here and why I didn't vlog before, I read this thing on Facebook. Now you guys know I posted that thing about the girl wash your face, which I really want to read that book. I haven't read it. I really want to read it just for motivation and, you know, to get myself out of like the funk that I've kind of been feeling about various things on and off. And I just need to sit down and do it. But I posted that on my Instagram and so many of you guys were like, that helped me so much. So much. And so when I read this, I was like, man, it's way too long for me to share on Instagram, but I thought I would read it. So if you're not into me reading probably for the next like minute and a half to 2 minutes, you can totally skip this part. But I thought maybe this would help some of you guys because reading it actually really helped me. Like it gave me a different perspective on things and so much of it is true. And so I'm just like, okay, like I can do this. I'm not the only one going through these types of things. So let me read it to you guys. And I hope just like that other post on my Instagram, this can help somebody out there as well. This is just a total, like some person, I don't even know who this person is, that shared this and it's gone viral, or pretty viral, I guess. Okay, it says, this stage of life, it's hard, you guys. I'm talking right now to you moms who are in your late 20s to mid 30s. You have kids, likely 2, 3, maybe 4 of them. They probably range in age from newborns to 7 or 8 years old, give or take a few on all of the above mentioned stats. In this stage of life, you are dealing with exhaustion, mental, physical, and emotional. Ain't that the truth? In this stage of life, you are dealing with teething, with ear infections, with stomach viruses. You're juggling nap schedules and feeding schedules and soccer, dance, or cheer schedules. A million balls you are juggling, and you probably feel like you're dropping most of them. Yes. In this stage of life, you are dealing with guilt over having a career and not spending enough time with your kids, or guilt over staying home with your kids and not doing enough to contribute financially, guilt over being too harsh with your kids, too lenient, guilt that your house is clean but your kids were ignored, or guilt that you enjoyed your children all day and now your husband is coming home to filth. Guilt. In this stage of life, you are bombarded daily with a whole host of decisions, some of them life-changing, some of them not, none of them with clear-cut answers. Do I vaccinate my kids? Do I not? Do I send them to public school, homeschool, charter school? Do I continue to breastfeed? Do I blow the budget so that I can buy all organic? Do I force my child to apologize even though the apology will be insincere? You don't know the answers to anything, but you feel constant pressure to figure out everything. Yes. This stage of life is less and less about watching your friends get married and have babies, and more about standing by and witnessing your friends struggle in their marriage and even get divorced. It's a stage where you've got to put in the time and the effort and work, and that doesn't make sense. It's a stage where you've got to put in the time and the effort and the work and the energy to make sure your own marriage stays healthy, and that's good, but it's hard too. At this point, you or someone you know has experienced infertility, miscarriages, loss of a child. It's a stage where you buy houses, sell houses, remodel houses, pack up houses, and then you do it all again a few years later. It's a stage where your hormones are all out of whack. I mean, you've basically been pregnant, postpartum, or breastfeeding for the last 10 years, right? It's a stage where you are struggling with identity. Is my entire identity mommy? Is there anything even left of me that isn't about mothering? Is there something more glamorous I could have, should have done with my life? I look like a mom now, don't I? I totally do. It's a stage where you are on a constant quest for balance and can never find it. It's a stage of life where you are overloaded constantly. You're overloaded with questions. Your children never stop asking them. Yes. You are overloaded with touch. Someone is constantly wanting to be held, holding on to you, hanging on to you, touching you. You are overloaded with to-dos. There is so much to do. It never ends. You are overloaded with worry. You're overloaded with things. Your kids have way too many toys. You are overloaded with activities. You're overloaded with thoughts about how not to be so overloaded perhaps. It's hard. So what do you need to do to survive it all? You need to ask for help. You need to accept help when it's given. You need to not neglect your marriage. You need to put your kids down for bed early, sit outside on the back porch with your husband, drink a glass of wine, and have a conversation. You need girlfriends. You need your mom. That chokes me up just thinking about it. You need older friends who have been there and done that, who can reassure you that you aren't screwing it all up as badly as you think you are. You need to not feel bad about using your kids' nap time every now and again to just do whatever the heck you want. You need to lower your expectations, then probably lower them again. You need to simplify every single part of your life as much as it can be simplified. You need to learn how to say no. You need to practice contentment. You need to be okay leaving your kids overnight and going away somewhere, anywhere. You need to do something you enjoy every day, even if it's for no more than 15 minutes. You need to pray. Girl, you need to pray. You need a coffee you love, a wine you love, a bubble bath that you love. Finally, and maybe most importantly, you need to remember that I'm going to try to get through this without tearing up, because it made me kind of tear up the first time I read it. This stage of life is beautiful too, like really, really beautiful. This is the stage of life where every single older person you ever meet tells you you're going to miss this, and you already know it's true. It's a stage where your kids love you more than they are ever going to love you again for the whole rest of your life. It's a stage where they can fit their entire selves into your lap to snuggle, and they want to. It's a stage where their biggest problems are ear infections and teething and stomach viruses, and you're not having to deal yet with things like broken hearts or addiction or bullying. It's a stage where you are learning to love your spouse in an entirely different, harder, better way. I tried to get through it without crying. It clearly didn't happen. It's probably not going to stop now at this point, so I'm just going to finish reading. The stage where you're learning together, being stretched together, shedding your selfishness together, and truly being made into one. It's a stage where you get to see Christmas, Halloween through your kids' eyes, and it's so much more fun and magical than it would be through your own eyes. It's a stage of life filled with field trips, class parties, costumes, swim lessons, bubble baths, dance parties, loose teeth, and first steps, and those things are so fun. It's a stage where you are young enough to have fun and old enough to obtain, or at least some wisdom. It's such a great stage, but man, it's hard. Honestly, I needed to read that, and I'm gonna save it so that I can go back and read it and remind myself, because I'm one of those people like today where even if I have a great day, even if nothing happened specifically, I still contemplate so many things, like, did I make the right decision? Is this going to benefit her, like mainly the girls, or is there something wrong with us? Like, is it too good to be true? When is the other shoe going to drop type thing? I look around the house and I'm like, oh, I have at least 3 loads of laundry I need to do. I forgot to wash my sheets this week. I don't know. I have to scrub the toilet, like I constantly am running things through my head and writing notes and reminding myself and putting it different places so that I don't forget. And I'm still trying to find a balance of being able to do my own thing that doesn't consist of working. Because typically whenever I get my own time, I'm filming videos, or I'm editing, or I'm cutting stickers, or filling orders. That's typically how it happens. Like, I don't always get, now that Autumn's in school also, I do get a lot more time because Andres works a lot more. But prior to that, it took a lot for me to even consider putting her in school, because I felt guilty, and I felt like, oh, I'm gonna be judged for everything I do. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm like in the limelight on YouTube and things like that, and I get watched and put under a microscope a lot. And so that makes things in my life a little bit more difficult, but I love it and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But when just any little thing happens, I'm constantly like that person that goes back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this to do and this to do and this to do, and I feel guilty working more and not seeing the girls before I go to work, or coming home and having to put them straight to bed, or picking them up later from school, or not having dinner ready when everyone gets home, or not having a meal plan scheduled, or not going to the grocery store for extra days and making us figure out what to eat here, or whatever. Like, I tend to have, as much as I am happy and content with our life, I also tend to think, what's next? Like, what's going to happen next? How are things going to change? How are we going to get through this stage of life? How this, like, I'm constantly thinking of things all the time, good, bad, indifferent, all kinds of stuff. And so reading that makes me realize, like, I'm not alone. There are so many other people in this world that feel and think the same way that I do, and we all just make it work. We all just go on, we live our life, and we do the best that we can with what we're given and go from there. And I don't know why that made me so emotional. Like, it makes me feel good to know I am not alone. And then reading the comments on that post, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people that think that that's exactly right, and so it makes me feel really good. And I guess too, I just feel like I always have a deadline for something. I'm always like, something always has to be done, and then when I try and set myself up for success, something happens and it doesn't end up going the way that I want it to. Then I beat myself up for that, and I just need to learn how to not take life too seriously. And if something doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It wasn't meant to be, not a big deal. And yeah, I don't know. So that made me really emotional thinking about it, because it's so true. Like, we get so caught up in the day-to-day routine, the monotony of like getting up and going to work and going to school, coming home and doing homework and doing dinner and bath and then bed. We forget to appreciate those little moments. Like, I don't know, Emmy's learning multiplication, even if she's struggling with the Singapore math. Like, she's learning all these new things. And before I know it, Maddie's going to be learning them, and then Autumn's going to be learning them, and then I'm going to be missing my babies. You know, like, I already have, my babies are already almost gone. They're already getting older. And I don't know. That's something else asking me about my computer. One good thing that happened today is my computer came in. I'm super excited. I have to figure out how we're going to get everything transferred though, so that I don't lose anything, because that is a huge deal to me, losing all of my documents and my Etsy stickers and my YouTube stuff, my videos, my pictures, all of that. So we have to figure that out. But anyway, I hope that I'm not alone, and I hope I didn't just depress every single one of you and you're like, oh my god, Melissa, every time I see something, you know, you're bawling. I can't help it. Things like this make me emotional. They make me like super nostalgic and make me realize I need to take a step back and stop being so obsessed with what extracurriculars are we gonna do, how many things can we do throughout the week, you know, and just live. That's what I need to do, just live. So hopefully that was inspiring to some of you and it helps some of you out. If you're out there struggling like I do sometimes, I know I seem like I have it all together and we're this perfect little family, but the reality is we all struggle sometimes in life, and that's okay. And it's okay to reach out to people and to get advice and to talk about things that you're going through. And compared to other people's problems, I'm sure ours are minuscule, but to me they feel big sometimes. You know, it's like things that I actually go through, and I don't know, I think I just worry a little too much. So anyway, I hope, like I said, I was able to inspire or to help any of you out there that needed it. I hope it was helpful for you. So on that note, I'm going to go talk to my itty bitty and do exactly what that said and appreciate my marriage and take care of it. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you tomorrow.